What's up? You baby, oh, Nayoka, 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 baby, oh, Nayoka, 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 oh, Nayoka, you fire, oh, yeah. All right, guys. So anyway, if you've never heard of Flavor, that's Flavor. He's probably the best, if not the best, one of the best African artists right now. So that's Flavor. I mean, his songs are so catchy. It just makes you want to get on the dance floor and dance. And hey, guess what? Life is about having fun. You can still learn about money, and still have fun. When people think about financial education, they think, oh my God, this is a dry and boring topic. I'm probably going to fall asleep learning about money. No, you can still have fun and still learn about money. So I'm having fun in everything I do, whether business, personal life, whatever. I always try and mix it up. So that was Flavor. If you've never looked him up, check him out. He has a new song out this year. It's called Baby Nayaka. It's one of my best songs out there. So anyway, so let's get right into it. This is Money Matters. So welcome to Money Matters. In this channel, I show people how to live a happy and prosperous life. Because let's face it, it's not all about making money. You can make tons of money, and if you're not happy, then what's the point? So it's all about having a balance. And in this channel, I show people how to be happy and how to live a prosperous life. And my name is Biko Manton. I'd like to thank everybody who commented, who viewed, who liked, who subscribed. Even folks who criticize. People who give suggestions like, oh, you know what, your video could be a little shorter, or get a microphone. Hey, guess what? I have a microphone now. Thank you very much for your suggestion. But there were so many things and so many people that went, that helped to make the first video, okay. And there were so many suggestions that that will make hopefully the second video even better. So now, video number 1 is history, right? So let's get to video number 2. This is video number 2. Now, one of the themes of my channel is self-improvement, and learning is a major part of self-improvement. This is why, starting with this video, starting this month, I'm debuting something called Book of the Month, right? So starting with this video, once every month going forward, I'm going to recommend one book that I believe will increase your financial knowledge and will help you live a happy and prosperous life. So first things first, I have something for you. So please make sure you stick around to the end of the video, and I'm going to tell you that at the end. So without further delay, let's get into it. This month's Book of the Month, which is the first, it's the first one I'm going to launch. So the Book of the Month for September 2018 is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book right here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book has been the #1 best-selling book for personal financial education. So #1 best-selling personal financial book for the last 20 years. So that tells you something. If a book can be #1 for 20 consecutive years, it tells you that there must be something to it. So this is a book that I love so much. I've read it 3 times. The first time I read it was when I was a teenager. I think I was 19 years old. I was just out of high school. I read it, but sadly, I didn't follow all of the teachings in the book when I was a teenager, because if I followed those teachings, I was not going to make the tons of mistakes, that I made later, when it came to money. So if you've ever dreamed about owning your own business, or you ever dreamed about becoming financially independent, then this book is a must read. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. What the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. So, what are some things I like about this book? Well, first of all, it's written in very simple English. Even an eighth grader can read it and understand it, so that's good. And he tells the story of his biological dad, who was highly educated. I think he had a PhD and all of that, but he was poor, right? And one of the things you're going to learn in my channel, and I touched on that a little bit in video number 1, is that it's not how much you earn, but it's what you do with what you earn that makes you either rich or poor, or working paycheck to paycheck. So his rich dad made a middle class, earn a middle class salary, but he was still struggling financially. Whereas his adopted father, who was not as educated as his biological father, was rich and he was doing well. So in this book, he tells the story of, he tells the story of both dads, and he just goes through step by step what his rich dad did that made him rich, and what his poor dad did that made him poor. And he also details his poor dad's thinking and outlook on life and money, and he also contrasts that with his poor, rich dad's thinking, and beliefs on life and money. So pretty much what this book does is it's going to challenge your beliefs about money, and it's going to get you to think and act like the rich, because thinking is a major component. Like, your thoughts, right? Your thoughts determine your actions. Your actions determine where you end up in life. Very simple. So thoughts become actions. Actions turn into results. So if you think like a poor person, you act like a poor person, and you become a poor person. If you think like a rich person, you're going to act like a rich person, and you're going to become a rich person. So everything starts with your mind. It starts with your thinking, your beliefs, your philosophy. And this book, unlike any other personal financial book I've read, it really strikes at the heart of what ails people, not just in America, but all over the world when it comes to money and finance. So what are the takeaways? It's 355 pages, so there are lots of takeaways. But the first takeaway is that if you want to be rich, you have to think and act like the rich. The second one is Robert Kiyosaki really breaks down, he simplifies what an asset and a liability is. Because if you look in a dictionary, or if you talk to your CPA, their definition of an asset and a liability, very complex. It almost wants to make your head explode. But he defines an asset in his book simply as anything that puts money in your pocket is an asset. Yeah, so even a child support payment is putting money in your pocket, it's an asset. And a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. So your monthly expenses, your bills, all of those things are liabilities. They're taking money out of your pocket. So the second takeaway point is that the rich buy assets, and the poor folks buy liabilities. They buy things that take money out of their pocket. The third takeaway is that rich people buy luxuries last, right? whereas poor and middle class people tend to buy them first. You've ever noticed you have someone who have, a Mercedes Benz, but yet and still they're living in your mom's basement and they're earning minimum wage. Like, how can you still be living in your mom's basement and driving a Mercedes Benz? But again, it just goes to the thinking. That is the mindset of a poor person. And remember what I said a few seconds ago? Your thoughts become actions. Actions get you the results you get in life. So you think like a poor person, you still live in your mom's basement, you're earning minimum wage and you go and buy a luxury car. Guess what? The result is you're going to continue to be poor. So this book challenges the way 95% of the American population thinks. And if you want to be rich, you have to do what the rich 5% are doing. So he also shares the biggest secret of the rich. And I'm not sure if I should give it to you, but I'm just going to give it out. So the biggest secret of the rich is that the rich form corporations and they use those corporations to increase their wealth. The other takeaway is that you have to pay yourself first, right? What do poor people do? They pay their bills, they pay everybody else, and then whatever is left, they pay themselves. Robert Kiyosaki says that if you want to be rich, you pay yourself first, and then worry about bills or anything else. And then he also goes into the 3 skills necessary to succeed in business. And I'm not going to go into that because that will prolong the video, but you can get that in the book. So I'm going to read you a sample from the book. There are so many great pages in the book. I could go on, but I'm just going to read you one of my favorites, and it's on page 155. And it says that this war between the haves and the have-nots has raged for hundreds of years. The battle is waged whenever and wherever laws are made, and it will go on forever. The problem is that people who lose are the uninformed, the ones who get up every day and diligently go to work and pay taxes. If they only understood the way the rich play the game, they could play it too. Then they will be on their way to their own financial independence. This is why I cringe every time I hear a parent advise their children to go to school so they can find a safe, secure job. An employee with a safe, secure job without financial aptitude has no escape. So it's from this book, page 155 of Robert Kiyosaki's book. So remember I told you earlier in the video that I had a surprise for you? Well, here's the surprise. This book usually retails for about $16. If you click the link I have in the description, by clicking that link and you order this book through that link, you can get it. I think it's $5.75 or $6, but pretty much you're getting a 66% discount on it, right? So that is a way of me telling you thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment, share, subscribe. And if it has to do with money, if some money matters, see you next time. Thank you.